the streets or they want to sell drugs or do whatever the case would be. Like, man, come on, we've all been in this situation where we've done something we ain't supposed to be doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people look at me, they think I'm younger than what I am. I'm 31 years old. I might not look like it, but
31 years young.
You know what I'm saying? So I know a little. I don't know everything, but I know a little something. You know what I'm saying? And for the youth, I can explain to them, and they can relate to me a lot better than a lot of older people my age. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to connect with them, talk with them, relate with them.
Right.
It just it helps them understand. Like, man, there's other routes. You don't always have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or,
welcome back. I want to thank each and every one of you for being consistent with the Big Bang. We truly appreciate it. The Big Bang is brought to you by Kingdom Culture Agency. I'm your host, Poet Presley, and I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors at Got Success. Make sure you check out GotSuccessStore.com for everything success. Today, we're going to dive a little deep into the power of your image, but not just necessarily in the flesh, your physical image, but your spiritual identity and how important it is to guide you and direct you as you travel on this plane within your physical body, right? So make sure you pay attention, follow along, because we're dropping jewels all episode long. So today I have the privilege and the honor to welcome a good friend of mine, Wade Tha Barber, but Brandon Wade to be exact, but you can definitely find him as Wade Tha Barber. Man, he's a great guy. He's a master barber, influencer, entrepreneur, therapist, and we're going to tap into that therapist side a little more, and a great role model for the community. I've known Brandon ever since I came here to Nashville from LA. I was actually searching online for the best barber in Nashville, right? And he popped up, and I was like, man, you know what? That's it for sure. He's actually been able to have a host of celebrity clients, a few players from the Titan, David Banner, I believe, band play. So he's definitely doing a lot of great services for major clients. Everyone's major though, right? But they're definitely A-list. He has a love for the community. He just recently this year started coaching youth football, and it's a privilege to have you on the show today. Wade, what's up, bro?
Man,
How you feeling?
Man? I'm good, man. How you feeling, brother?
Super blessed.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to get right into it, and I want to just kind of touch on your journey as a master barber. Just tell us how you got started, why you started, and just let's go from there.
Man, it starts probably 2015, give or take, 2016 actually. I was actually working for a moving company, and I actually ended up being a crew lead, so everything was going good. But at that time, I had some other things going on to where that really wasn't making ends meet, I guess you could say. So I ended up having to be on my phone one time. I was on Facebook, and I seen the school Genesis come across my phone. And so I was like, man, shoot, let me go ahead and apply. Let me see what's going to happen.
This is a barber school?
This is actually a barber school, trade school, actually.
What? Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. What's the name of the school?
Genesis. Yes, Genesis, man.
Genesis. Okay.
Yeah. So I enrolled in Genesis 2016. I actually stopped working at the moving company I was at. I ended up quitting. I'm not a big fan of quitting, but I actually quit that job because me and the manager got into it. So quit that job, enrolled in barber school. Everything was going good, man. 6 months in, I actually started working at a barbershop in Mount Juliet. And everything was going good. I had some of my friends from school that came to me. I got clientele early, I guess you could say. And that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. And I still have some of the same clientele now from then. So just being consistent, giving people what they ask for. I like putting a smile on people's faces. It's not really for the money. You know what I'm saying? I love cutting hair. I love cutting hair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And what is so amazing about your story, bro, is that when we first got here, I'm telling Alex, like, yeah, man, he got the anointing on him, like he be blessing people. I didn't even know to get into barber school.
Barber school.
to get into barber school, you went to Genesis.
I went to Genesis.
There's no coincidence about that, right?
Talk to me.
And not only is that super dope, but you love to do this. When you call anything you're called to do by God, it ain't about nothing materialistic or nothing tangible. So it just, that's my first time hearing that. So it just dawns on me how important that is. But not only are you a master barber, I also mentioned to him, you're an influencer, entrepreneur, youth coach, therapist. How does your role in the barbershop facilitate these different roles that you have?
I would say because I meet so many different people, and you know, people do so many different things. So there's no telling who may come in my chair. Like I said, you might have somebody who going to dentist school, going to barber school. You might have somebody going to auto trade college, you know, and there's no telling. You know what I'm saying? So for them to be able to come sit in my chair, talk to me, let me know what they got going on in their life, and just, you know, just try to give them my best advice on what I would do in that situation, because a lot of situations I've been through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been homeless. I've slept in my car. Man, I've had to figure it out. So what I'm saying, and you know, through prayer, God, you know what I'm saying, I made it happen. So, and I don't want anybody to think, you know, anything was given to me. I earned everything I got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, I'm gonna stand on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, with anybody who comes to my chair, like I said, I just try to give them the best advice I can possible, and just be straightforward with them. You know what I'm saying? Just like I wish somebody would have done to me, you know, when I was in that situation.
Right. So one thing that I'm thinking, and I know this for a fact, you work with a lot of different people, but as people come to you, and they're coming for your services, how does boosting their image, or how does your professional grooming services boost their image and their confidence, and why is that so important?
Man, I told it because, like I said, there's no telling what or who might be coming. You know what I'm saying? So you might have somebody who has a graduation. You might have somebody who has a wedding to go to. You might have somebody who has, you know, a funeral to go to. You know what I'm saying? And some of those images and portraits, they last forever. You know what I'm saying? They get hung up on the wall. They get put on banners. They get put on T-shirts, whatever the case may be. So I always try to give my best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? I feel like your image is vital. You know what I'm saying? It might be a first impression. It might be a last impression. You get what I'm saying? So if I put my name on it, my stamp on it, I want it to be, you know, at a certain level to where, you know, you're gonna remember that.
Yeah, and what's super important, what I want people to realize is that in the barbershop, you're literally cutting everyone, all races, all ethnicity, ages, everything, right? So just to talk about your clientele, tell us a little tell us in a little detail just about different people you came across in the barbershop, as far as like just ethnicity. You know, some people only cut a
Man,
certain.
it can go down as far as I have a client. He's I think he's like 4 or 5. He's autistic, and I mean, you would think it'd be an act of Congress to cut the little boy's hair, but we've accumulated a relationship. I've been cutting his hair for about maybe a year and a half now, and we've accumulated this relationship to where he knows he can come to me. He relaxes, he calms down, he looks at me. You know, we talk, we play, we might read or something, play a little game. Excuse me. But like I said, we've accumulated that relationship to where you would think he's a regular child, which he is a regular child. Don't get it wrong, but you know, he doesn't do the things that an autistic child would do. So you say, you know what I'm saying?
While he's in your chair.
While he's in my chair.
Oh my goodness, you just touched on something.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pick it up back later, but while he's in your chair, there's no symptoms or signs of autistic.
He's relaxing. He's chilling.
Autism. If I didn't say that right.
You're right. Autism.
Why do you think that is?
Like I said, I mean, I guess this the energy that I give off, the energy that we connect with. I haven't really experienced anything. Now it's ironic that we say this. I have another client that's autistic. He's a little bit older, and I mean, we're good, but it's still a little shaky from time to time. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as if he was to go to any other barber, it would not be. You know what I'm saying? So when he comes to my chair, you know, he knows who I am. You know, he sees who I am. You know, he knows my voice. You know what I'm saying? So we've kind of established a relationship with my energy, his energy. You know what I'm saying? So that relationship is a little bit different from him, but it's all the same at the end of the day. I always try. I treat everybody the same.
Right. That's amazing. And that has to be super powerful. I want you to tell me, you said that you actually not only cut people hair when they're going to a funeral, but I would imagine that you also perform your services for the deceased.
That is all. Yeah, I do. I
So
do.
you actually cut people hair who's not even their spirit's not even their body, they're dead.
No,
Tell me, that has to be super crazy, bro.
it is. It's a completely different experience. The body's cold. You know, everything's real stiff. You know what I'm saying? You really can't make you really can't make any mistakes at all, honestly. 9 out of 10, it'll be just from, ear to ear. You'll cover the front. You don't really have to do
You
too
don't
much.
look in their eyes or something?
No, I mean, by the time I get to them, the body's already sealed up, eyes closed. They're laid back on their neck.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, real stiff with the little headrest. And I mean, I got from ear to ear. I cut everything in the front.
You're not even focusing on the back is what you're saying. So if it's okay, if it's not, just tell me. But the last person that you were able to assist, who were they? Like age, ethnicity?
He was a 6-year-old boy.
6-year-old kid, you had to cut his hair and he was deceased.
He was 6 years old. And that was probably one of the hardest things I probably had to do. Cause I have kids. I have a 9-year-old and a 4-month-old today. Actually, he's 4 months today. And so man, I couldn't I couldn't even fathom that. So to see that 6-year-old boy laid there, no. But it had to be done. You know, the parents asked me to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I did it.
Man, and that is the perfect transition. I want to go into how you care for your clients. And, I don't know culturally all ethnicities the importance of grooming, but I know it's important to everyone, right? Because we all get those services for events or occasions.
Definitely.
But I just have to imagine you're not only caring for the person getting their hair cut, you're caring for individuals around you, and it's some sort of mental health that has to be in place. But if I was a parent, which I am, right, and my son was deceased, God forbid, me wanting him to look great has to do something to my spirit, just that I got to see him in that last place. So what I want to talk about now is just how you care for your clients. And you said that you're a therapist, right? And me and you've talked a few times about how barbers or just anyone who does professional grooming, how they're therapists. And I want to be specific. A therapist is someone who's able to develop better cognitive and emotional skills to reduce symptoms of mental illness and help people cope with various life challenges to improve their lives, right? So from what you done told me already, I know you're a therapist, right?
I would say a barber does fit the mold. Yes.
So give me some examples of times when you provided just more than a haircut or grooming services, but you offered more of a spiritual and emotional support to a client.
I mean, that happens all the time. Like I said, I might have a client who might come in, they just lost their best friend, they might have lost their brother, mom, you know what I'm saying, dad, and I fit that situation. You know what I'm saying? I lost my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to a situation where, you know what I'm saying, they feel like they're back against the wall. They don't know how, don't have anybody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I just give them, my best advice. You know what I'm saying? I try to explain how I got through it. You know what I'm saying? And pray. Try to find yourself involved with good people, good energy. And everything it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
Look,
all right.
we gotta dive a little deeper, bro, because what I'm seeing right now, and I'm receiving this from the spirit, hear me clearly, hear me prophetically, bro, is that literally there's people who go to counselors, therapists, and they talk to them for an hour or maybe a longer period of time, and they talk to them about their father passing away or some sort of traumatic experience that they're having. And this, come on, hear me prophetically, this therapist or this counselor talks to them to get them, this definition says that it helps them cope with various life challenges to improve their lives. But you're telling me you do that every day.
Yes.
So with that being said, you're literally a therapist, and I think that we need to have a shift. There needs to be some sort of action that is taking place as barbers. You went to Genesis. Hello, maybe we need to create something. You went to Genesis, right? And you learned these barber skills and tactics so that you can help people with their physical identity. But people are coming to you with problems that they're identifying in the spirit with themselves. And you're helping them with that, right?
Yeah.
Give us an example of someone who's came to you, the problem that they have and the advice that you gave to them. But wait, hear me. I want to hear what they had to come back to you because they're seeing you routinely, right? They had to come back to you and told you some sort of victory testimony that they were able to move through that period in their lives. Look, I'm hitting you hard, but come on, this the big bang, bro. You gotta turn us up.
Let me see. So, I mean, I don't want to put, personal business.
We ain't gotta say no names, but look, I feel you. Look, you sound like a therapist. You got some legality.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I said, but I've had situations like I said where I've had clients, like I said, they lose relatives or they want to go be in the streets or they want to sell drugs or do whatever case may be. Like, man, come on, we've all been in this situation where we've done something we ain't supposed to be doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people look at me, they think I'm younger than what I am. I'm 31 years old. I might not look like it, but
31 years young.
You know what I'm saying? So I know a little. I don't know everything, but I know a little something. You know what I'm saying? And for the youth, I can explain to them and they can relate to me a lot better than a lot of older people my age. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to connect with them, talk with them, relate with them.
Right.
It helps them understand, like, man, there's other routes. You don't always have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or like I said, just be involved with positive people. Get around the right group of people. Just because, like I said, you could be with the wrong group, and your whole career can just go all the way left, and that's that.
And you've seen it.
I've seen it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's that. When you could simply just could have said, no, I don't need to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And stand on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be firm about it.
You got to be bold.
You got to be bold. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. So one thing that you touched on. And I want to thank you for coming here today. It's always a blessing and a privilege for me to.
Sure. We've been talking about this for a while.
Look, man, you turned up right now. I feel the presence. I can feel the presence coming. So one thing I want to touch on is that how you didn't want to just give too much information on some of the clients that you've had come to you, confide in you these deep, dark, or light traumatic experience or triumph, right? So I know there's a balance, but the barbershop is a safe place. Talk to me about how you're able to foster this environment that's safe for people to come confide into you the way they do.
Well, I mean, you have to have like-minded individuals or barbers, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? You all have to be on the same accord. Now you're gonna have different energy, you're gonna have different perspectives, all that, of course, obviously. But at the end of the day, I feel like if the barbers that are in that shop create a safe environment where they know you can come in and get you a good a good haircut, a good conversation, you know what I'm saying? Just a good overall vibe, then us as barbers, we're doing our job and we're gonna continue to do our job.
Yeah, and that's super dope, man. I know I was even talking to Alice earlier and I was like, man, in the barbershop, you got lawyers, you got gangbangers, you got children, you got athletes. Literally, the barbershop is like the church.
Yeah.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
Literally, man, we really touching on how the barbershop is really a spiritual and sacred place. It starts with your identity, right?
Yes.
So what I want to go into now is how, help me out, somebody in here who had got their hair cut and it took their power. Who was that? Help me out. It's at the tip of my tongue. Who? Samson. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, bro. Samson actually had his hair, right? So you have this biblical figure who hair had power, and that was his strength. When he cut his hair, and after, I would say what I want to say because it's the big after being engaged in sinful nature, temptation, just he was led on by a prostitute, I want to say. I know it definitely was a woman, right? And she cut his hair, but when he cut his hair, he lost his power. But I want to talk to you about how when you cut people's hair, how it can somewhat, to me, serve as some sort of cleansing process. How you come with people and they might be down and out or just in a bad place, but how when you cut their hair, they're like reborn.
I mean, they definitely feel refreshed. They feel like a new individual. They feel like they came and got the service they was looking for or asking for. I've had people come in and cut the dreads off and feel like I said, they're a new person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They came in and got their haircuts for interviews.
So for prosperity, people came to you to prosper from where they weren't doing as well to get their haircut.
Get their haircut.
Come on, man.
Yeah, to get their haircut. Life-changing situations, you know what I'm saying? So, it could be anything. Graduations, funerals, birthday parties. You know what I'm saying? They come in. And look at you. You crispy over there.
Man, I'm super crispy. So when my dog say that I'm crispy, that means I'm super chopped now, right? And you keep me that way, and I appreciate that, man. You keep me right all the time. And I want to talk about just with you being that beacon of light, who you always have been. I've always knew you were the chosen one, bro. How do you cope with or find balance in dealing with super negative people?
Man, it's just for the most part, I try to tune it out. You know, I definitely try to tune it out. Being in the barbershop, like I said, man, it's all kind of mess going on. You might get the drug dealers in there, you might get gangbangers in there, you might get doctors, lawyers, whatever. And there's so many conversations going on where, I might be having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear all that mess going on. So I might throw my headphones in, throw my music on, set my vibe, set my tone right, so I can make sure my energy is right for my people. You see what I'm saying? And once it starts from there, you can kind of see it trickle and flow. You know what I'm saying? Through that shop. Now the vibe and the energy right. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it starts with me.
Right. It always starts with you.
I gotta set the tone. You know what I'm saying?
It's always that way.
So I mean,
it's always that way. I'm actually I'm actually gonna go to a time. So I was I'm going to see this Master Barber, right? And we're at the barbershop, and I'm sitting there, and the barbershop sometimes can be very crazy. Wade was actually, he just transitioned to a super iconic
300 barbershop. Come
300
see us.
barbershop in Nashville. It's super exclusive, right? It's real done data. That's what we call done data, right?
300.
But there was a time I was at another shop. We ain't gonna say the name. Don't say the name. I was at another shop, and man, they were fighting outside. They were fighting and pulling out guns, and I'm praying. I'm like, the blood of Jesus shall prevail. Like but everyone else is like super turned. Like, oh, get him. I'm like, no, Lord, no, those don't do that. And as I'm seeing this negative energy, and it was so bad that I was like, I ain't never coming to the barbershop again. I'm only doing house calls, pull up to the spot every time, right? And that, seeing that and experiencing in that, I was telling you about the importance of who's the head over where you're at, right? So even seeing something like that negative energy, and that being there, it's like, how do you cope because a lot of times when I go into the shop, they got the blicky on them. They got the strap on them, right? In certain places, right? So it's like, not only are you blessing people, it's a real spiritual war ground sometimes. And that's crazy, right?
Yes.
Because you're literally dealing with who? Gangbangers, lawyers, and everything. How do you cope with something like that and just being so you're helping people, but you're also having to live your own life and deal with that pressure?
I mean, it's hard, man. Cause like I said, I might have my child in the barbershop with me that day. You know what I'm saying? And say, you know, a situation like that may happen. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to defend for myself. You see what I'm saying? Now you put me in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Just getting away from that. It's been good. It's been good.
What I want to know is, bro, and I know you're in an iconic shop right now, right? Not to say anything's bad about wherever, but for different places, because the barbershop is just like the church. Whatever. If you in a barbershop right now and you not blessing people, you tripping. You got too much influence and you got too much power not to be changing the lives of the people around you. So with that, I think it starts with building trust. How do you build trust to where you may come or interact with people who is ignorant, because that's all that is ignorance for you to possess those certain character traits, right? That's an ignorance to your blessing, to your blessed state. But how do you build that trust to where people can trust you to where it's a safe place and they don't have to behave in that state of being?
I mean, if I stay true to myself, you know what I'm saying, and my clientele can see that, I don't change. Like, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not somebody one day, I'm not somebody else the next day. If everybody know Wade, you know who Wade is. You know what I'm saying? I don't change. I'm the same person every day. So if you know you can get that, if you know you can come get that from me every day, I mean, I feel like you have no reason not to trust me. You know what I'm saying? And now I have a reason to trust you. You know?
So it's not even about, you're not even trying to prove anything. It really true trust, genuine trust, I want to say, is just showing love. Showing love. So we know that God is love. So I think that when you're able to do that, that sets the foundation. What I want to touch on a little bit now, bro, it just popped into my mind. You know, the Holy Spirit is flowing right now. Is that in history, outside of barbershops, there used to be this, I don't even know what you call it, but it was like a form of a medical sign. What is it? The barber light? Help me out. What is it? The barber light? What is it?
Barber pole?
The barber pole, but it's like red, white, and blue. But it was like a medical sign, right? Am I tripping?
I don't think it was a medical sign.
What was it? No. I want to talk about the history of barbers.
Well, the colors of the barber pole, it represents blood, the vein, and the bandages.
That sound medical to me.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what you get. Yeah, that's.
So what is it? Say it again.
The red is blood, the blue is the veins, and the white is for the bandages.
Why is that? Why did barbers have that as a symbol to come to the barbershop?
I mean, you were right. I mean, barbers were considered doctors. You know what I'm saying?
You telling me I'm tripping because I'm talking about it?
The sign. I'm like, the sign. I mean, barbers. Yes, barbers back in the day were definitely considered doctors. Yes.
Why?
I mean, like I said, you know, we're changing the physical state of.
Like surgery.
Yeah, your body.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that in itself, you know, back then, you consider a barber. I mean, you consider a doctor.
Hear me again prophetically, and I need you to receive this by faith. We speaking into existence right now. You will shift into another paradigm, another dimension to where, hallelujah, we will go back to where barbers were it literally established as being a form of doctors or someone in a medical field, because working on your mental health is what in the medical field. It ain't shifted. I'm gonna say this. I think that is almost a veil or something that's stopping the light from being shown of how important you all are in the community, but we bind that and we loose that. I hear increase for you, my friend, and I hope
receive it, bro.
Look, you need to take some sort of course. We need to develop something that where we have these barbers acknowledging what they do, because they're getting, you're doing it, but you're doing it for free, bro.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. I was like, I can agree with that, brother.
So,
I can definitely agree with that.
Culture, significance in the Bible. I mean, I said the Bible. In the barbershop, right? We got the blicky out right now. I got the blicky on the table, so that's why I said that, okay? But let's talk about the cultural significance in the barbershop. What is the culture of the barbershop?
Man, it's very diverse. It's very diverse, and I feel like that's what makes us a cultural shop. Cause like I said, we get all how you say it? Ethnicity, all races,
whatever.
We get everything.
We ain't trying to be proper. Look, man, we got the blessing on us.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, just so whoever may walk through that door, we got to be able to give them the blessing,
man,
baby.
You hear
know
me?
What I'm saying? Got to.
Okay, so I want to transition again. And I want to go into, because we kind of talked on you being a therapist, which, look, you better stamp that for now on. My dog prices just went up. You know, I right now, I drop a $100. You know, it's $100 every time I get cut. But my bro said he going to $250.
We got a subscription package.
We got the subscription packages.
And we subscription deal. We're going to tap into that.
We're going to tap into that. But it's not even about money with you.
It's not.
You said originally when we first started that you truly have a genuine love for this. So I want to talk about how you're fulfilling your purpose. And I want to talk about you being this master barber, this professional groomer. We're going to boss you up, man. They're going to put, you're going to stand on this, right? You being that, how are you fulfilling your purpose and your destiny in life right now?
Man, I feel like being able to cut some of these kids and see some of these kids grow up, like that's the biggest blessing I feel it is for me, because I feel like I'm doing my part to be a part of their life, to give them the information and the things that I was taught or I wasn't taught growing up. Like I said, I've built relationships with a lot of these kids. You know what I'm saying? And man, I can piggyback on something that you said earlier. One of my clients actually ended up getting into a real bad car accident. And he had actually left the barbershop the day it happened. And I didn't see him for a minute. I mean, it was a meaningless second. And just so happened, his mom ended up reaching out to me. You know, hey, so-and-so wants to get his hair cut. I'm like, shoot, yeah, where he been? You know, well, he got into a real bad car accident. I'm instantly like, damn, come on, boy, he was finna go play ball. He was doing his thing. I mean, 4-point plus GPA average, like, he was good. Man, and she shot me the text and was like, yeah, you know, I want you to cut his hair. You know, he asked about you. I bet, bring him. When I seen him, wheelchair, he really couldn't talk that much, brain injury, had a whole lot going on. But the crazy thing is, look, right hand. The first thing his mama said when he came back to was, where's Wade at? I want Wade to cut my hair. Now he had brain injury, punctured lung, can't walk. I mean, he just actually they told him he wasn't gonna be able to walk. He's just now in a walker again. He's actually starting to walk. I cut his hair.
Wait, they said he wasn't gonna be able to walk.
He wasn't gonna be able to walk again. You know what I'm saying? Now remind you, I just cut his hair 3-4 days ago. He came in on his walker doing this thing. He could sit down in the chair by himself. He shakes my hand, talk to me. And he's like, wait, you remember? I mean, I remember everything, man. But the fact that he remembers, and I was the first person that he asked for to get and see when he came back to, man, it took me down through there. P, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It took me down through there, man. But like I said, that's a relationship that he know he can count on me. I can count on him to show up. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, there is a blessing in the fact that this man almost lost his life.
Yes.
Had all these injuries.
Yes.
And the first thing that he asked about was you.
Yes.
He know he need that chop.
His mom said the first thing that he asked when he was able to talk in conscience, he said, where's Wade at? I want Wade to cut my hair.
Hallelujah. Thank you, God.
And I was like, you serious? She was like, Brandon, yes, I'm not playing. That's the first thing he asked and said when he came back to me.
Yeah, because listen to me, hear me prophetically when I say this. You're not just cutting hair. There's something going on in the spirit. And even in the spirit, if we want to be specific, when you align, I was telling Alex just earlier today, is that you were created in the image of God. Hey, look, we're going to go there. Look.
Take it there.
You were created before the foundations of the earth.
Yeah.
You were created in the image of God. Yeah. So what does the image of God look like? So Wade gave me that look. The image of God is what? It's nothing so you can't hold the image of God. You can't hold it, you can't touch it. Yeah. So it has to be something spiritual, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the fruit of the spirit. Love, joy, peace, forbearance, that's patience. So you got to be super patient. Yeah. Goodness. So it sounds, I'm about to start flowing up the spirit. So it has to be that when you're looking like God, when people are coming to you, you're making them feel joyful.
Yes.
You're making them feel goodness.
Yes.
You're making them feel love.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
With the head and not the tail. Someone, you said they come to you for an interview, that means they're prospering. They knowing that they're going to be the best.
Yes.
So you're, hallelujah, thank you, God. If you don't receive this, if no one else is receiving it, I'm just thankful that we got it and we received it here right now. So when people come to you right now, they know that they're somebody.
Yeah, they come in with their confidence, knowing once they get that haircut, they gonna pass that interview. Get that job. Then they come back and holler at me, Wade, I got that job.
Right. And they got it. I mean, I've been telling Wade this a long. I've been telling you feel the spirit. You feel the spirit here. We super lit right now. I've been telling Wade that every time, and I decree this, every time I come to you for your services, there's a wealth transfer. And I don't even know how anymore, but I guarantee you before midnight tonight and I check my account, something's gonna hit, right?
Yeah.
So how can you, through your influence, because you are the influencer, you're the freshest guy I know. You have the drippiest. I told Alex that he got that drip. He said, man, we need more drip in here. We need more sauce in here. You got the most sauce anybody I've ever met, but in the spirit, I knew you was a beacon of light. How are you utilizing that to influence the generation that's coming up after us? Because, man, it's crazy out here, dog.
Yeah. Man, like I said, man, I'm myself. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? They know what they get. They know who I am. You know, they know how I am. You know, I'm true to myself. I'm true to everybody else.
But there has to, you say that being true, but being true to yourself, brother. Come on. Look, you can't come here and not be specific. What are your intentions? What are you true to?
Meaning as in what? As in what?
What are your characteristics? What are you, when you true, it's like some people are true to the money, right? Some people are true to love. Some people are true to hustling, scheming. Right? You get what I'm saying? Hey, but no, real talk. We keep it at 100. So what are you true to?
My family, my kids, my passion for cutting hair. You know what I'm saying? I am happy now. I will say I'm happy. I mean, shit. Shoot, excuse me. Hold on, my bad.
Man, we keep it 100. It's straight.
Man,
God bless you. Mercy. More mercy and more grace on my dog.
Yeah,
That's it, man. We blessed.
But yeah, man, just man, that's pretty much how I sum it up. Like I said, just being myself. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not.
Right.
You know, I'm not trying to portray to be this, that. Nah, bro, I'm me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
one thing I can say about you, and you know, I'm partnered with over 150 people. So I work with a lot of businesses and a lot of people, right? So I've crossed paths with many people, but I can truly and genuinely say that you're one of the purest, kind-hearted, loving, bold, you know, realest people, realest person that I've met, right? You keep it 100. And I told you this, that if I ever hear that someone doesn't like you, they're a hater.
Yeah, that's
They gotta be hating, bro. They gotta you or they even if they not hating, they ain't built like us. They don't come from this cloth, because this cloth, you can't even look at this man and say that, right? So what I want to just, as we close out is if it's one thing on the Big Bang, we know our power is in our words. We literally speak things into existence, right? We call things that be not as though they were, right? If we can leave our viewers, the people who's faithful to the Big Bang, so you got to be faithful. You ain't faithful, man. This ain't for you. People who's faithful and that's tuning in, what can we leave them? If this is the last show you ever do and you want this to be known as your mandate, what would that be to them and why? Talk to them.
Talk to them. Oh, man. I feel I'm myself. I'm Wade. I'm a kind-hearted individual. I love hard. You know what I'm saying? I hold everybody around me to the utmost expectation. I try to lead. I try to, be a positive role model to the kids, the community, my family, even. Man, my clients. Man, like I said, you don't have to worry about Wade lying to you, Wade being a scam or skin. Like, man, look, if you got any questions, anything, you can always talk to me, man. I would always give you my best advice. If I've been through it, I'm gonna tell you like how I got through it. You dig what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you rocking for me, I'm gonna rock for you. It's how it goes, how it's always been. And I feel like that's why people can relate to me, because I've always been there.
Yeah.
I've always been there. I ain't never changed, bro. I've always been there. I'm trustworthy. You can depend on me.
Right.
If you need something, man, let me call Wade real quick. Hey, I'm P. What we doing, baby? What we at with? Call me.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Like I said, hey, you can always lean on me, man. I'm gonna be there.
Man, one thing I love about you, bro, and God has blessed me tremendously. Literally. You actually had a financial planner call me the other day.
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
And one thing I was gonna say, I'm partnering with everyone. Like, right? I feel like I ain't gonna say that, but I'm partnering with everybody, right? So I think that what we can tell viewers based off of what you just said is always be true to yourself.
Yes.
Always be trustworthy, right? Authenticity is key. Be authentic, right?
It's key.
Being authentic. And then from that place, you'll start, here we go. You'll attract more of that energy. Look, man, listen to us. This is the law of attraction.
If I can't put it in words, P gonna put it in words.
Right.
Go ahead.
Look, man, come on, law of attraction is that whatever you give out, you receive on an energetic sense, right? So having those characteristics and possessing those things, you'll draw more purity to you, and it will assist you in fulfilling your destiny and your purpose.
Yes.
So that's super amazing. And one thing I want to say about you, bro, is that you may not have, and this is, I'm gonna say this. In the Bible, they saw Paul and some of the disciples doing miraculous signs and wonders. They were healing the sick, raising the dead, doing a lot of manifestation, right? And a lot of the citizens and the people around them, they were so mind boggled. They was like, how do these ignorant men do those things? Because they had no education, they had no degrees, they had nothing, but those were the people who were doing the signs and the wonders. And it was like, how do they do that? The Bible says that God uses the foolish things to store it up for the wise. So he'll take you as you are. You ain't got to know anything. You just have to have a pure heart, and he'll use you, right? He's using you, Wade. I would continue to
allow him.
Step in that flow. Let him use you. You're doing some major big things. You got your own brand, right? You're definitely a designer. what's next for you, bro? What can we find next? Where can we find you at? What's next for you?
And you can find me on Instagram, Wade Tha Barber. You know, that's first and foremost. Man, I actually want to get into. I got some real estate things I want to get flowing. I got some partners, some guys that I know that are very heavy in
For
in the
sure.
real estate game. So I definitely want to get involved with that. I do have a clothing brand I'm trying
Yeah.
to get going. That'll be next. And pretty much, like I said, man, just set myself up, my family up, you know, to keep that Wade name going, the tradition going, you know, the energy going, the love,
Yeah.
you know, the peace, and, you know, the success, baby.
Yeah, success.
You know,
So I want to thank you all for being so faithful to us, tuning in every Sunday. We're super thankful. Make sure you all tune in. I want to give a huge shout out again. If you haven't checked out Got Success, you need to definitely go to gotsuccessstore.com for everything success. We're super thankful. Thank you so much. You all have a super blessed day, a supernatural week, and we'll see you all next week. Let's get it.
it is.
Yeah,
My boy.
I'm super.